Hi everyone, it's Paola. Welcome back to my channel, art, graphic design. Join my Patreon, follow me on Instagram. I've been posting a lot on Instagram actually, let me tell you. And I will be posting more because this video is a new project that's actually going to be like a two-part project, and then it's going to be posted on Instagram and stuff. That's kind of like the platform for the project, if that makes sense. So let me explain. So basically what I'm doing right now is creating a brand redesign for a retro brand, Polly Pocket. If you guys don't know Polly Pocket, it was literally my childhood, my life. Even in like the early 90s, because my sister's older than me, she had already a collection of them. And then when I was born, like the mid 90s, we kept the collection going. So we had a ton of like the vintage Polly Pockets that are literally so amazing and actually worth money now. Guess who can't find them and probably got rid of them? Us. So let's take a look at what I did for the logo redesign. So I approached it by taking a look at kind of the older versions of Polly Pocket. I really love that first logo rendition. I'm just a fan of it, and I felt like I wanted to kind of bring it back. And you can really tell differences like as it went into like the early 2000s. That time was just so tacky and weird. I just don't get it. And I just feel like that one is kind of like a strange logo, but it does move forward in kind of a cohesive way. Like it does make sense for the brand. So what I did to approach it was starting off by choosing a typeface and working with that, like to manipulate the type that you're going to be using and stuff, is a really big part of logo design. Like I've said before, some people will say like, oh, you're just, you know, using a typeface, you're not really creating a logo, but not every logo needs to have its own logo type. Like you can absolutely work with an existing typeface and manipulate and change and work with it to create your own style logo. I really like this part of it because I love working with fonts, but also because I found so many good like kind of toy childlike looking fonts, and I was really excited about that because I feel like these could work in so many different types of projects. So after deciding and kind of going through, I felt like I really wanted to bring back that feeling of the retro one, not exactly copy, but just kind of be like another logo in this lineup of logos that fits into the brand. So I went with this one that's called New Kansas, and I really feel like it captures that same energy, but kind of just making it my own a little bit, but also with this being my own, it's really not something that I would do. I feel like I really pushed out of my comfort zone for this logo because I just would never design even something like along these lines or with this type of brand, like to do a brand redesign for this. So it was kind of a challenge, and it was fun because I did it pretty quickly, and that's what I really enjoyed about it. Just, you know, putting something out there and designing it just because I was like, oh, what a fun project to do, and I love the brand. I literally love Polly Pocket. Like, this is making me so excited, and I'm so excited for part 2 of the project, and I'm hoping that you're interested because I'm going to be creating like kind of a poster that goes around a video. So yeah, the brand logo Polly Pocket redesign is going to expand, so get ready. So after manipulating the typeface around and just kind of changing it to create it to be my own, I started working with the Y to make it kind of like a dreamy, like interesting visual in the logo. And of course I worked in black and white because working in black and white when you're starting on a logo is the best way to work. You can see how things will look really small, really big, flat on a surface, without color, without distraction, and just what it is going to look like. So using the pen tool, I drew out the Y shape that I wanted to follow, and I kind of like reattached the end of the Y, that little stem, and just figured out what I wanted to do with that. So it was kind of like a fun creative process that I feel like is a fun exercise if you're learning logo design and typefaces and stuff. Try new things with the pen tool because that will help you so much in figuring out what you like and what you can actually create. I then added the pocket part, and I felt like that was a pretty easy step in it, especially with this round, like ovally shape we're doing. I just felt like it really went with the brand and went again with that vintage aesthetic. I'm just like keeping it kind of retro and funky this whole time because it's so not me to do something like that. Like, you guys know I love like feminine design, but I do like a lot of like more minimal stuff and very modern. So this was kind of exciting and fun. So once I did that, it was time to really figure out what to do with color. And with color, like I pulled from the colors that were in the existing logos, and I started just kind of building a palette. But yeah, it was just kind of like what I was thinking, like I was kind of just flowing with it. Deciding to do pink obviously was like a no-brainer. Like I needed to do pink, and I love it. I love doing something like really bright and exciting. I just haven't done anything like that recently. And then I just started adding different like layers to it. So adding like an outline on the type and, you know, flipping around the colors, that's an interesting thing to do. And then changing up what that stem like that I created will look like if it had outlines. So creating kind of contrasting layers and things going across each other, things intersecting, that really, in my opinion, can elevate the design, not just, you know, showing that you just like crisscrossed things, but like actually taking the time to be like, okay, this was intentionally over this, if that makes sense. So I actually really love the pink one, but I love that I used the yellow. I just kind of put in that bright pop of yellow, just like the first logo rendition, and I just feel like it just goes. Like, I don't know, it just made me happy, and I feel like these are kind of the variations I'm looking for when it comes to like the new Polly Pocket, like if Polly Pocket were simultaneously like new and old. But I feel like a lot of branding is really going back to like bring back nostalgia. Like if you look at like the Burger King logo and how they brought back that retro feel, it totally worked for the brand, and I feel like a lot of other brands could benefit from that. So once I had the color down, what I added was an inner glow and an outer glow to make the type look like it was kind of shining. So all you have to do that is go into Effect and then down to Stylize, and you can add an inner glow and kind of tweak it to how you want, and then go down to the same thing and add outer glow, and that'll kind of show like the colors expanding, so it kind of fades out, and it does really make that glowing effect. I feel like that really added something to the logo. It took it from a flat, like one-dimensional logo to something a little bit more exciting. And again, something I so wouldn't do like normally. I would never do these glowy things. I would never do this retro of a look. This was so like opposite of me, but I kind of love that. So where do we go from here? So from here, I'm going to be creating a poster with the logo that we've just designed together. I hope I like sat here and explained it correctly, because I did design it at a separate time, but like, you know, this is a design with me essentially. But from here, we're going to create a kind of a poster with this logo and create a video. So I'm actually going to be putting myself in a Polly Pocket situation. How do I explain this? You know what? No spoilers. So I hope that kind of makes sense, but I'm really excited for part 2 of this project. This was part 1, creating a new logo for Polly Pocket. Kind of a fun nostalgic project, honestly, and yeah, I just was really excited about this one, and I hope that you guys are too. And maybe you could try out making a logo for like an old toy or old product that you loved from your childhood. That would be such a fun thing to do. Let me know what like toys and games and stuff that you guys liked in your childhood in the comments. I would love to know. So stay tuned for part 2 of this video. This is part 1. It might come, there might be like another video in between or something, because it's kind of like a bigger project. But yeah, there's gonna be a lot of fun stuff coming up on the channel, and this one was just like fun and exciting, and yeah, I have so much happening. Okay, so I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a like. Like I said, comment down below what you want to see, and also like games you loved and stuff. That's so fun. And yeah, subscribe if you're not subscribed, guys. We are getting really close to 100,000 subscribers. Oh my god. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you in my next one, which might be part 2, but also might be a desk video or something. So yeah, okay. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye. Here's my Polly Pocket, guys. I bought one for this project, which you'll see in part 2, so get ready. Get ready for my one-armed Polly Pocket.